I like how Will Smith puts it. He said, 99% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. And the world is so competitive and challenging, yet you're making yourself weaker. You're making yourself an easy victim for failure as soon as you graduate. Because the financial stability doesn't go to those that procrastinate every day. The health and well-being doesn't go to the people that are too lazy to go to the gym or eat healthily. You're stopping yourself from getting what you dream. Because these bad habits that you pick through your education, it's these habits that are going to stay with you for the rest of your life. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Something as simple as eating when you need to eat and drinking when you need to drink. You don't procrastinate when you need to eat, right? Your studying should be the same.
Jocko Willink mentioned in his podcast a couple of years ago, the word motivation doesn't really mean what we think it means. We think it means that we're fired up to do something. We think that it means that we're eager and passionate to make something happen. And we think that somehow we should just be able to turn on that eagerness and turn on that passion. But you can't. You can't just turn on passion. You can't just turn on the desire to study. It just doesn't work that way. Honestly, that isn't even what motivation means. Motivation doesn't mean to motivate and scream and encourage. No. To motivate actually means to provide a motive. A reason why. So to motivate someone is to explain to them why they're studying, why they have assignments and exams that they're graded on, how it will help them, where it will take them, why they should continue to study and to work and to fight. And when you need motivation for yourself, don't look for someone to scream and yell. Don't look for someone else to give you motivation. Look at yourself. Look at yourself and remind yourself why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Remind yourself that this struggle, this temporary fight that you're in, this is what will make you stronger and faster and smarter.
Every day, we are making decisions that don't line up with our end goals, yet we keep doing it and doing it, even though in the long term it's destructive. If you've never been a disciplined person, now is the time to start. And it's not as bad or as hard as you think. The word discipline has negative connotations. It's often seen as a punishment or a painful experience. I'm not talking about discipline in a negative way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that it will make you free. It will make you a happier person, a more productive person, a wealthier person, a healthier person. It can help you and support you to reach your dreams.
So then it brings us to the question, why are you studying? Why does it matter whether or not you pass an exam? How can it help you in the real world? Because it's a huge misconception that school or university is irrelevant for real-world success. It is necessary to build up the knowledge learned by generations, because the more knowledge you have, the more aware you are, and the better decisions you make. It helps you build up the self-discipline that is absolutely essential for success. You learn to push yourself to do things when you don't necessarily want to do them. Because when you start working, it's going to be exactly the same. There will be things that you don't want to do, but the people with a driven mindset will push through them and do them anyway. So it's up to you to do something. It's 100% on you. We are all products of our own choices. Our exam grades are the products of our own choices. Our financial position is the product of our own choices. Circumstances only define you if you let them. Every decision you have made has led you to the decision that you are in right now. So, do you like where you are now? Can you go further? Can you improve your grades further? Can you improve your exercise and diet further? There's no reason why you can't have everything you want in your life. You want to earn $1 million within a few years of graduating? You can. You want to become a world-renowned doctor or lawyer or surgeon? You can. There's no reason why you can't have everything that you dream of. You just have to practice extreme self-discipline. Keep improving yourself every day. Set goals, commit to them, and take consistent action.
Self-discipline is the underlying factor for every A-grade student. It's when you have an exam in 2 days and part of you wants to hang out with your friends, but the part of your mind that is looking after you, that is looking after your well-being and cares about you, it pushes you to go and study. It knows that if you don't, there will be huge consequences to follow. It knows that if you don't study, you won't get the grades you have the potential of getting. It knows that it will affect your enjoyment through university. It knows that it could even affect your job prospects once you graduate, and therefore affect your prosperity in the future. Self-discipline is self-love. If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself. Therefore, you have to be disciplined and do the right things when they need to be done. It's about looking after yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. The road to sustained happiness is through taking positive action, destroying procrastination, and practicing extreme self-discipline. And you will see this for yourself if you make that decision. If you decide today that you're going to prioritize your studying, that you're going to prioritize the actions that will lead you to reaching your long-term goals, that you're going to practice extreme self-discipline, you'll notice your life will become more streamlined. You will have fewer problems, fewer obstacles. You don't have to worry about an exam approaching because you'll be fully prepared for it anyway. You won't have to worry about exam resets because you won't have any. You'll make yourself proud. You'll make your family proud. You'll be healthier because you prioritize exercise and a healthy diet. Your life will be better in almost every way imaginable. And all it takes is self-discipline. Small acts of self-discipline. Consistently. Every day.
So, recognize that excuses are not valid. You have the time, you have the intelligence, you have the skills and the knowledge and the support and the discipline to get your studying done. So begin to live the life that you've always wanted. Start taking action now. There are no shortcuts. Push yourself, improve yourself, be the person that you know you can be.
Having the energy to change is the only thing that's going to get you out of this trap. If you're stuck on the grades you're getting right now, you need that discomfort. You need that dissatisfaction to pull you out. Because if you're happy with your grades, you're not going to push yourself harder. It's the discomfort that will push you to the next level. It's the discomfort, the feeling of not wanting to study, that is the very thing you need to hold on to. It's the very thing that most students run from, but don't run from it. Embrace it. Study, even when you don't feel like it. You need to make studying something worth fighting for, something that gives you a purpose when you wake up in the morning. Human beings are all forces, and that force needs to have an effect. You need to have a reason why you're moving in a certain direction. And when all our needs are met, everything is relatively easy. We don't need to hunt for food. We don't need to fight to survive. We've lost a lot of basic purpose, and we haven't really replaced it with anything. We need a purpose. We need a mission, because when we have a mission, human beings are happy. I'm here to tell you that if you make studying your mission, if you make it your purpose, your educational journal will be taken to a whole new level. Let me tell you a story. Russell Burchard talked in his book in the 1800s about the happiest person he knew. The happiest person he could find was a groundskeeper on a farm, and every day he was at war with the rabbits of the farm. He just declared the rabbits were the enemy, and he went out with his gun and he would hunt as many as possible, and he would go from morning until night, and he would kill as many as he could, because the rabbits were his enemy. And he was so happy for one simple reason. He had a mission. He had a purpose. His purpose was to destroy the rabbits.
If you want something, you have got to be relentless. You've got to learn how to be creative. You've got to learn how to be resourceful. To hold on in spite of everything. The power to endure. This is the winner's quality. What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists, and it becomes available only when a man or woman is in that state of mind and has a clear purpose and is fully determined to not quit until they find it. You deserve this. Don't let anyone stop you. Decide that you're going to push yourself. You're in full control. Don't give up on yourself and live your life with purpose.